Hey guys, welcome back to another video. Today we're watching out what if Kuwait formed an empire, not Iraq, because we already did Iraq. My bad, because I forget things a lot. But Kuwait is kind of cut off from bordering Iran because of Iraq getting the Red Sea coast, the Persian, like this coastline right here. I don't know the name of, so we're going on Google Earth. But pretty sure that's the Red Sea. No. This is the Persian Gulf, or Arabian Gulf, whatever you want to call it, which then goes and empties out into the Gulf of Oman, which empties out into the Arabian Sea, and then the Indian Ocean. Which there's also the Strait of Hormuz, or Hormuz, whatever you want to call it, but the Strait of Hormuz was actually just now blocked by Iran. So gas prices are going to go up initially, which is not good because this is where most of the world's trade comes from, which is right through this area. Which, now that it's been blockaded by Iran, Europe over here will have to depend more on the U.S. Which obviously that's not good. China would be affected too. But I'm pretty sure Russia, still have Russia. So this has control over all. I actually have all of it. Yeah, so yeah. So I think they're gonna try and invade Iraq, which I think with the support of Iran they're gonna get it. So they'll begin their invasion of Iraq. So we see them actually succeed, and they will form the Kuwait Empire, I guess. I don't know what their name should be. So they actually took all of Iraq, which is surprising for them because they're tiny. They're a small nation, but they just took over a big one. Like that big one being Iraq. So they have a larger border. They have an actual border with Iran. They also have a border with Jordan now, and also Syria and Turkey. Or actually, it's Turkey, but I think they're gonna look a little bit to the northeast. So, with after invading Iraq, troops from Iraq will invade into and capture Syria, and then they'll move into Lebanon and Israel and Palestine and also Jordan. There we go. And in the peace treaty, they all get fully annexed into the Kuwait Empire. With all this land, they actually will be a lot more strong. They're a lot more stronger than they originally were. So now they have all of Syria, Lebanon, Jordan, Israel, and Palestine. Which now they have access to the Mediterranean Sea, which they can probably use to conquer some European nations. But for now, they're gonna look south towards Saudi Arabia, which with the support of Iran, they're actually gonna be able to make an amphibious invasion through the desert which most of this is desert, so they're actually going to succeed. Because they're more equipped to get through the desert here. So they're actually making good progress. And eventually, all of Saudi Arabia will fold over to, the Kuwait Empire. So let's take a look at a peace treaty that they will draw up for Saudi Arabia. Now, in this peace treaty, we see that they will annex 4 provinces. That being, Al-Hudud al-Shimla, cannot pronounce these, Halil, Al-Jaf, and Tabuk. Sorry to any Saudi Arabians watching that I butchered it. I didn't mean to. It's just hard to say those. I'm not Arabic. But, actually, no. They're actually going to take Al-Mandana and Al-Qasim. Al-Qasim. I cannot pronounce those correctly. Sorry. I'm trying my best here. So they annex all of this land, which now they're no longer going to look towards Saudi Arabia. And then, but they'll look more this way, towards this way. Now they do have a lot more land. So, where are they invading now? Well, I think they'll go after some African nations here. Now, Egypt is here, so they're going to send their military into the Sinai Peninsula, and then they're going to invade all of this area. And they'll slowly conquer all of Egypt. And we can take a look at that peace treaty in which, full annexation by the Kuwait. So, Kuwait has expanded more into Africa, which now they can probably go after Libya or Sudan, but for now they're gonna look towards the north. Also, they're just gonna take Cyprus and fully annex that island. So we can go ahead and color that in, which will anger the Turks, which they were expecting them to get angry, so they call Iran in on this war. So Iran will actually invade and take over all of the Caucasus countries. And they send their military into Turkey, so does Kuwait. And together, they will conquer the Anatolian Peninsula, and they'll move into Europe. So they've landed in Europe. So let's take a look at this peace treaty that they will draw up, which, almost all of Turkey will fall under Kuwait's control, except for a bit of the eastern portion, just a little of the eastern portion, but they're going to take all of the rest, the Turkish lands, which does include Istanbul, which I don't know what they would rename it to. So now they border Bulgaria and Greece. Which is not good. But they have a larger empire, which now we can get in over here, and we can color in Iran, which is actually their ally this time. And they all annexed a large portion of Turkey, a small portion of the Turkish lands, and also all of, well, okay, go away. And they're also just taking all the Caucasus countries. So, yeah. So Iran kind of like has this Seleucid empire, I guess. But they're really not forming an empire, they're actually just, um, helping, yeah. Well, they basically conquered most of the Middle East. Kuwait almost conquered all of the Middle East, actually. But, let's look over in Africa where something interesting happens. They're just gonna invade Sudan, and then, yeah, this is not good for Sudan, because Kuwait is getting very strong for the world to handle. Which, South Sudan also joined the war on their side, because they kind of still hate Sudan, because, yeah. And also, they're beginning their invasion into Libya. And Libya will surrender, and we can take a look at a peace treaty over here, inside of Africa. So in this peace treaty, we actually see. First off, let's just get this started. Let's just make this over here. No, not Eritrea. Right. So they're actually going to annex a majority of the northern regions. Wait, no, not Madagascar. We're not going there. We need to go up to Libya, where they're actually just going to lose their eastern part. Which now Kuwait has a ton of straight lines in their country. Well, actually, they had straight lines in their country. But we see South Sudan actually join their alliance, which is completely unexpected by a lot of countries. Even some African countries did not expect this to happen. So, well, well, that was interesting. That's certainly interesting. boom. So, Kuwait has actually expanded quite a bit now. The South Sudan has joined their alliance too, which the entire world wasn't expecting that. Iran didn't expect that either. They thought they were going to invade South Sudan and take over them. But no. So now they're looking to expand more into Europe now. They're going to look towards Greece. And, well, they start invading the country and they take Crete and all these islands, which now are a part of the Kuwait Empire. And now we see full annexation into the Kuwait Empire from Greece. All of Greece will be annexed into the Kuwait Empire, which means North Macedonia can finally change their name to Macedonia. Or are they going to? We will see. And now we see that they're going to go over towards Africa again. This time, they're going to invade Chad. So, they'll be invading all of this area, cutting this off. And actually, we see South Sudan join in on this war. And also, we see Cameroon join. And also Central African Republic. But not Niger, because they're actually standing alone. They're just focusing on themselves, and eventually Chad just falls. We can take a look at that peace treaty of this scenario. Yeah, this video is becoming longer and longer. So we actually see, Chad is getting divided up between their neighbors. Except for Libya and Niger. They're not doing anything. So South Sudan now, I think it's this color. South Sudan kind of didn't really border the Central African Republic, so, it's just gonna take 3 provinces away. Then we see, Central African Republic. Boom. They're actually gonna take a lot. Then the rest will go over to Cameroon, which I'll give them this color. And, boom. So we're going to go back over here now. Let's just look at these borders. Boom. Say goodbye to Chad, everyone. So Kuwait is looking to expand a lot. We actually see 2 more countries join their cause. That being Cameroon and the Central African Republic. Now we're going to look towards Europe again, where Albania is actually going to get invaded, and then North Macedonia and Kosovo, which makes Serbia mad, which they just get invaded. And then Montenegro gets invaded, and then Bulgaria gets invaded. So you can go ahead and take a look at that page treaty where, oh gosh. Full annexation of all these countries. Who would have expected that? I didn't. Actually, I didn't expect that. But, they're going into the Balkans. And that's not good because you know how the Balkans are. I'm just gonna color them in one by one. So, Albania. Uh, mm, uh, Bulgaria. Montenegro. North Macedonia. Serbia. And then Kosovo. And now they're looking to expand even more into Bosnia and into Croatia and Slovenia. And now they're gonna go after Romania and also go into Moldova. And they'll take over those countries with relative ease. Now can take a look at another peace treaty in the Balkans where, that was not unexpected. That was very expected of them. So now they control all of the Balkan Peninsula. So we can actually just go in and just get them all in there. What's the first one? I think it was like hold on, let me just do a bit of this. Wait. Transnistria, okay. Right, now let's just... Alright. Croatia. Right now, let's get, Slovenia. Wait, what? R-O. Romania. And boom. Now let's go back up. And yeah, this map is getting, very red. So where are they gonna expand into next? Good question. More of Europe. So they'll actually go into Hungary, and then Austria, and Liechtenstein, of course. They're also going to go after Czechoslovakia, both of the countries here. And then they're going to invade Switzerland, which they're going to get backlash, but they don't care. They're also going to invade San Marino and take Italy. And also, they're going to take the Vatican. And they will take this island, and they'll take Malta, and yeah, let's just take a look at that peace treaty. And in that peace treaty, we see, yet again, full annexation. So, yeah, not good. They're slowly but surely creeping their way up into France, and then the Atlantic Ocean, and probably gonna, yeah, now let's just do all that. Well, I could just go over here. Color that in. Boom. Then I could just color in Liechtenstein. Now I'm just gonna color in Switzerland. So I'm pretty sure that's C8. If I can remember correctly, yes, I can remember that. And then I don't need to do that for the rest. I can see that Malta's right here. Italy, boom, boom. Yeah, they kind of are going into Southern Europe now. Wien. Transcarpathia and Subcarpathian. They kind of look like the Ottoman Empire on steroids. Yeah, that's a big empire. Alright, let's look at Eritrea. Oh, Djibouti? Okay, yep. Okay. Yep, they just got annexed into the empire. That's nice. Well, it's not nice, but still. That was just unexpected. Djibouti has a lot of military bases, so, I think, wait, okay. CR, not ET. Alright, there we go. And now, Ethiopia, yeah, you're not escaping this easily. And, okay. Also, Kenya's invading them, that's nice. And now Somalia is getting invaded by Kenya. And, yeah, okay. And also, yeah, okay. So, people say, these guys are impossible to invade, but nope, they're doing it. And well, let's just take a look at that peace treaty, and in this peace treaty we see Tigray and Afar getting annexed into them, and they're also going to take all of Somaliland. And also a bit of Somalia itself. And then also, they're also going to annex a big portion of land here. South Sudan will annex land, and then we can get a new color. We'll choose this color. And we'll go over to Tanzania. Well, I need to go all the way down to T. Look for Tanzania. Yes, there we go. Wait, no, that was Kenya. Undo. Why did I say that was Tanzania? Why did I think that was Tanzania? It was Kenya, you. Kenya. They're gonna annex the rest of Ethiopia and also the rest of Somalia. Yep, another country has joined their alliance. Soon another country might join their alliance. Russia. And yeah, we can just take a look at the tree of this. So Africa is getting less countries. It's nice. Kuwait has expanded very much, a lot. They're actually encompassing a lot of land area. And now let's see what they will do next. So, we see them invading into Poland and also into Ukraine, which they'll take Odessa, which then Russia starts invading in Ukraine, and Belarus will also help. In this war, Russia will also invade into Estonia, Latvia, and Lithuania. With Belarus' help, of course, and they're also going to send troops into Poland. Also, Ukraine will fall over to Russia, too. And then Poland, then, oh god, Germany not again. And let's take a look at that peace treaty. Alright, peace treaty time, this. Wait, do I still have the original cover? Yes, I do. So, they're gonna take at least, like, a bit of Ukrainian land. And they're also gonna take, like, some Polish provinces. Then we need to go over to a new color. This color for perfect for Russia. And let's just go down over to Russia. And they're actually going to annex what they wanted. So a good portion of Ukraine will go over to Russia. And also, a good portion of Latvia. Not a good portion of Latvia will go over to Russia. And all of Estonia. Also, they'll take over parts of Lithuania and a part of Poland. Actually, one more Lithuanian province. Actually, they're gonna just connect themselves up. They're gonna connect up to themselves. We're here. And that looks super weird. And then we need another color. I think like this color would be good. We need Belarus. Perfect. So they're gonna annex a good portion of Lithuania and a good portion of Poland over here. And the rest of Ukraine. Sorry, Ukrainians. I had to do it. I'm sorry. So they're actually gonna get all of this land over here. And then, oh god, no. And we get Deutschland itself. Yeah. Okay. And they're gonna annex the rest of Poland. And Poland is no longer with us. So is Ukraine. And the Baltics. Oh boy. And Russia is finally connected to themselves. Russia has finally connected up with Kaliningrad and also annexed Ukraine. Now let's just get Kuwait over here. And Belarus, too. And also Germany. Oh my god. Okay, this map is chaotic now. I guess that's gonna do it for this Empire video. And then let's just get all of this. So let's get all their allies first. So boom. So let's just get all of this. Boom. Yes. There we go. Oh, not like that. And there's Kenya, and now let's do South Sudan. Alright. There we go. Boom. And yeah, there we go. Alright, let's get the Central African Republic too. For whatever reason, I don't know why they joined this. And then Cameroon. For whatever reason too. Don't understand why they joined, but still, they did join. And this, that, Try to see Luxembourg. Sorry, Luxembourg. And yeah. Oh boy. Belarus. And also Russia. Oh god, I'm gonna have to go do all that, am I? Yep. I'm actually gonna start over here. Stupid islands. Oh god, this is hard. This is very hard to do here. Sorry. Oh my god. So Colin over here on the Coral Islands. On this island right here. Oh god. Alright, now let's just do this. This is definitely the longest one yet. Hold on, let me just, Russia's definitely the biggest country still. Even in this scenario, they're still big. Oh my god, bro. This is so much work. Oh boy. I'm already regretting downloading this map because it's tedious. God. Hey, Finland. That's over. Oh my god, that's so hard to do. Alright, Iran. Over here. Let's just start over here. Oh, God. This is definitely the longest one yet. There we go. Now let's do all this. Oh my god, bro. I don't have to tell which is which. Oh, no. Oh my god. This empire is definitely the biggest one yet. Just look at this empire right here. We have control over almost all of Africa. We have a good portion of Africa under their control. A large part of Europe. Like, what used to be Austria-Hungary is under their control. That's a big alliance. Oh, God. I'm pretty sure... Let's look at the capitals real quick. Does Kuwait even have a capital city? Yeah, Kuwait City. Yes, there. Tehran, Moscow, Minsk, Berlin. Central African Republic. Oh, is that it right here? It's right on the border of this area right here, I guess. Cameroon right here. Right, South Sudan right over here. Then Kenya right here. Boom. And there's that